Life Skills Lesson 8, Applying for Jobs. First steps, check on Indeed.com. It is a pretty great site that, as indicated in the picture on the bottom left, you just fill in what kind of job you're looking for and where, what city, and then click Find Jobs, and it will show you all kinds of different positions that are available, along with the requirements for getting an interview, how much you could be paid, whether it's part-time or full-time, whether it's flexible, and you can put whatever markers of what you're looking for on your search to narrow it down. You could also create a profile on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a little bit like Facebook or social media for you and your career. So you can post your resume up there, link to all the types of experiences you've had, write a little paragraph about yourself, and then maybe somebody who's looking to fill a position or hire an employee will see your profile and contact you about the job. You can also do kind of smaller ways of looking. You can ask friends and family to let you know if they see any jobs that are open. You can kind of just walk around town and see or ask, hey, are you looking for anyone right now? I'm on the market. And just think of places that you'd love to work, and you could apply even if they aren't hiring. This is a really cool fact that not everyone takes advantage of. It kind of takes a little bit of confidence, but if there's a place that you just wish you could work there, why not tell them that you're interested and ask what it takes to be an employee at that place? At the very worst, they'll just say, no, we're not looking, or we don't want to talk to you right now, and you're not any more, worse off than when you started. But you could possibly talk to folks, get your name put in a file, and then if something does open up, they'll call you. Job advertisements. The advertising for the available job will tell you what skills you must have. Those are the ones that are required. You can only apply for the position if you have these skills. And what skills are preferred but not necessary. So whenever it says preferred, it means we'd really love it if you could do these things, or if you had this certification or had this education, but we would still consider you even if you don't. So don't be afraid to apply for jobs. Nobody's going to have the exact perfect fitting experience that goes along with what they ask for. If you wait for the job that fits you exactly, you might not have very many options. This ad will also tell you who to send your materials to, and also present how many hours you could work and for what pay rate or salary. Research the business and job. Look at the website for your job and find out what the business cares about the most. This will help you write your answers on the application. Look at reviews or social media posts to see what people love about this place, and talk to people who have worked there or who go there often. So understanding what the mission is, what they value the most. Is it customer service? Is it diversity and equality? Is it hard work? Is it being on time and efficiency? What do they care about? If you can show the ways that you fit into their model of what matters, then they're going to look at you as a better candidate. Find out how you fit. Look at the list of qualifications for the job. These tell you what kind of person they are looking to hire. Make a list showing the ways that you match that list of qualifications. Write down examples of times your actions proved that you are the best fit. So you're really just kind of puzzle piecing yourself in there. You're seeing that they love when someone is devoted and loyal and a team player. Then you show examples of times that you were those things. Maybe it wasn't at another job. Maybe it was when you were voted team captain of your soccer team, because you were the best at working with others and communicating. So those skills would cross over. They don't always have to come from a previous employment experience. Very important in finding a job is having a resume. So we're going to talk about that. Your resume lists all your important personal information, schooling, and experience. You can look online, and there are plenty of resume templates all over the place. Very easy to just take one and then kind of refill it with your own data. You're going to want to have your name and address and phone number and email on there, and then a list of all of the places marked by time. So where was the last place that you worked? Where was the place before that? Where was the place before that? Where was the last place that you went to school? The place before that and the place before that. Whatever it is that you have. And if you don't have some of those more typical experiences, that's okay. Mark down what you do have and see how that fits. Do not get down on yourself for not matching everybody else's experience. It just means you're going to be a perfect candidate for something different maybe than the person next to you, your neighbor, your friend, your schoolmate. Like I said, there are lots of resume templates, so there's lots of examples and ways to present your information. But ultimately, your resume should be easy to read. You want it to be very clear, so the spacing should be nice. Certain parts of it should be bolded or highlighted by the type of font that you're using, so that it's really clear to see, here are the skills, and this is where we're talking about work experience, and this is how you can contact their references. It just should be really easy to follow, really easy to read. It will show an employer how to contact you, so make sure that the info you give is like the best way to find you, because you want this job. You want these people to be able to reach you. It should simply tell your history of experience. It should show off your skills, and it should be brief and clear. So this isn't like a many pages book of a thing. It's short and sweet. Edit it down. You maybe will change what information you share depending on where you're applying. So if you're applying at a bookstore and at like a dental office, you might have very different types of skills or experiences that you would share. Every job is going to be a little bit different. You want to tailor what information you give and give the best possible resume to each distinct place. Showing off your skills is very important, and it can be so hard to talk about yourself and say really nice things, but this is where you get to brag. So don't be too careful about being humble. Boast and say what it is that you're actually very good at, what you helped make, what you decided, how you are a valuable person, and how they could use you. It never ever hurts to ask for help. Ask your friends, teachers, tutors, family members to proofread your resume. Some places of employment are so picky, or maybe they get so many applications that they can be picky. And if it looks like you didn't care enough to fix the spelling or grammar mistakes, on your application, they'll just throw the application in the garbage. So it's okay to ask somebody to look at these things. They can help you get all the grammar correct and make sure you are saying wonderful things about yourself, or maybe give you ideas about things that they see in you that you don't recognize. Next, we'll look at the cover letter portion, which is a pretty usual piece of information or a little exercise that employers often ask for when you submit. Your cover letter can tell more about who you are as a person and why you are a great fit for the job. So it gets a little more personal than just these bits of information on the resume. You get to show maybe more of your personality. You get to tell stories and give examples of things that you're really good at. And just like the resume, there's going to be plenty of templates online and lots of ways that you can write these letters. And you should, once again, have a very specific letter that goes to the specific type of job. So if you're looking for a job at the movie theater, you would maybe show how much you love movies, how great you are with people, that you'd be capable of working at the register, that you can talk to people about the movies because you know so much about them, that it would just make your heart so happy to have that job because you love movies so much and you would hang out and spend your time there even when you weren't being paid for it. You really want to sell how much you would fit in there. And there's so many ways to write a letter. It's going to be different for every place that you are applying. A cover letter should say what job you are applying for, tell how you learned about the job, explain why you would be great at the job, show how you will make the workplace even better, and give a thank you and contact info. You will have to provide references, and references are people, not just friends or family, who can talk about your good work habits. The boss at your new job may call them and ask questions about you. And then this person will be able to say, yes, I worked with so-and-so, or I know this person from school. This kid was my student. This person was on my soccer team, and I can tell you wonderful things about them, and this is why they'd be good at that job. When you're asking for references, you want to do it with a little bit of professionalism. You can send a friendly, polite, and well-written email or note to ask somebody to be a reference for you. Don't just slap their name on the application and assume that they'll do it. Give a little bit of time and energy to this exercise. So maybe say something like, Dear Ms. Carly, I'm applying for a job at the Soup Spoon Cafe. Would you please be a reference for me? You know me well and I really respect you. Please let me know if that would be okay. Thanks so much. And that's it. It's not that hard. And you can send a thank you message or even a little gift. It's really nice and it's a good way for people to connect with you and feel proud to be your reference. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just want to be sweet and kind and not just assume that people are ready to do these favors for you. So for your final exercise, think about what you would put on your resume. Look at sample resumes, maybe using that link from earlier in this lesson, and practice filling in some of your experiences. You could even search for a different resume template and create the form that best suits you. What would you say in your email for references? Make a list of possible references and why they would be good for you. Maybe think about what types of jobs you'd be really good at doing, or even practice creating sentences about yourself that say what your strengths are. And it's okay to talk about your weaknesses too, but also bring them back to how you're going to work on them, how you plan to be better, and then ultimately swing the conversation back to why you're amazing at everything that you do and you'd be great for the job. Try and be confident. I know it's hard, but try and be confident. And that's it for now.